What's good, y'all? Back with another Fair Shake review, and this time we're talking about the Weeknd After Hours. And you know what? I gotta say it. He did it again. He actually created a project that I enjoyed, and the ratio is better than the last EP he dropped. I can't remember the name of it right now, but yeah, After Hours, in my humble opinion, it's pretty good. Like he was still toxic, but not entirely toxic. That's kind of like what held me back from listening to The Weeknd mostly, because the way he is in a lot of these songs, and the way he talks about women, and the rampant talk of drug use and stuff like that has been one of the hugest turnoffs for me. And it's weird, because there's definitely some artists that have, said some pretty bad things and have talked about taking certain things. And some of the other projects, like other artist projects that I enjoy, but the way that The Weeknd does it, for the most part, never appealed to me. I was like, yo, he sounds good, and the production he chooses is really cool, and he does some really interesting experimental stuff sometimes that I would eat up. But man, everything dude says just makes me say, ooh, I'm uncomfortable. And yeah, this time, for the most part, I enjoyed it. Because just like on the last project, he got a little bit more vulnerable, I feel, and really talked about his feelings. Like, he wasn't trying to be as much of a douche the whole time. And that, to me, made me enjoy this. Like, it starts off with Alone Again, and I was like, yes, the feels, the vulnerability, the singing, it's all there. I dig it. And then, and then you get to Too Late, and I was like, yo, this is actually pretty good too. And it's like, yo, he's talking about, man, is it too late? Or you're too late? This, what? And then Hardest to Love is like, yo, I know I'm tough to love, but yo, you do that junk. How do you do that junk? That's the kind of appreciation I enjoy to listen to. Then Scared to Live itself was another song that I was just like, oh, okay. So now it's just like, yo, don't be scared to live. I'm the one. It's like he starts to get a little bit in this toxic bag again, but it's delivered in a way where it's just like, hey, but you know you like me though, right? Just like, I'm the one that you love. So don't be scared to live. Don't be scared to give in. I'm here. I'm back. I'm here, and I'm gonna try to be better. I like that. Snow Child was Escape from LA. I really enjoyed for a good portion of this, and then towards the end, it just got a little too toxic for me. With the way he was talking to the girl coming in the studio. So it's just like, you lost me for it. You lost me. But I enjoyed quite a bit of it, because just like, yo, this whole lifestyle here in LA, I don't like, but I'll make the most of it until I had to dip. Actually, Snow Child, I think Snow Child is the track that he was talking about how he's always traveling and he has to leave. I actually do like that song. Please forgive me. I like that one. Heartless, Faith, like this is like he's slowly getting more into kind of that 80s electro pop kind of vibe, and I kind of did like I dig the production, but the songs itself is just kind of man. Blinding Lights, the single, I was like, oh, okay, so I get to hear this quite a bit, and you know, it's all right. Then In Your Eyes um, was interesting because he gets a little bit more self-aware once again. He's like, you know, all these bad things I'm doing to you hurt, but you know, I keep making sure I just blind myself to the bad things that hurt you, and so I'm gonna just be blind to it. Then Save Your Tears, repeat after me. Even though this junk is toxic as hell, this song, this song, I was like, all right. See, this is how you do toxic, right? I dig this. It's like, if you would, oh dude, but you thinking of me, you don't love him. You just want to be with me. But you know, I ain't really gonna be with you though, cause we just cut. You know, that's all it is. It's just a cutty. But you know, you don't want to be with him. Still be with me, and you know, let's still get it on. But you know, I'm not gonna commit to you though. Like this is a good way. Like this interlude was a good way to like being like, yeah, I know I'm a bad guy, but you know you want me though. I feel like maybe it's just the self-awareness of being that you're being like a really bad person makes it okay to me. So I dug that. And then After Hours was an okay song as well. Very lengthy, but you know, kind of heartfelt. You know, trying to be there, kind of, for the girl, possibly Gigi Hadid. But yeah, and then Until I Bleed Out was a pretty solid closer, but not necessarily one that I would return to. But for the most part, I really enjoyed the vibe. The production on here is really great. The singing is really great, and I was like, yo, a lot of these songs are actually kind of good. I would return to a lot of these songs towards the beginning, and a couple on the latter half. So like it was a pretty darn good project, and to me, you know, a lot of people kind of compare the Weeknd's voice to Michael Jackson a whole lot. So I was just like, yeah, I guess I kind of see it. But then I just kind of viewed it like you know what? I feel like even though not everything in the Weeknd sound is necessarily, you know, something that Michael would do, because a lot of the moody R&B, trappy kind of stuff is not what I expect Michael to be on at all. And even some of the more 80s electro pop kind of stuff is still a little bit of a stretch for what I feel Michael would do. I still feel like that The Weeknd is Michael Jackson if his version of Billie Jean was, Billie Jean is my lover, but the kid's still not my son though. This is like, she's my lover, but you know, that kid ain't mine. I promise you that kid ain't mine. But we still getting it in though. This is like, I feel like that's The Weeknd to me. But yeah, so those are my quick thoughts on After Hours. It was a pretty solid project, and I would say it's the first album that I would actually return to. Though there are definitely songs I'd be skipping, but that's better than me just not listening to it at all. So yeah, those are my quick thoughts. Please let me know what you think. because I thought, like, from the singing to the production to the songwriting, it was pretty darn solid. So, you tell me if you agree or disagree. Much love, peace.